made up that is called Stories in Gaming, where I tell stories about what has recently happened to me. And today I'm going to tell you about my New Orleans slash cruise vacation. So I have been on a lot of vacations. Most of them has just been going to the Bay Area and Oakland. But this one was probably the longest vacation I've ever been on. And probably the longest time I've ever been on a ship of any kind. So I love vacations. They're just so fun. But there's one thing, the one thing that I always hate about is, oh my god, is the airplane. Airplanes just freak me out. Ever since my last 2 airplane rides, it was just horrible. I throw up and stuff, and it's just the worst thing I could ever imagine. Like, when I throw up, I feel like some kind of demon is coming out of my stomach. It's just a horrible feeling. But my mom had some motion sickness pills, and so that's when everything was okay. And the airplane ride was actually pretty fun. I just sat there, watched videos, and yeah, that's all I really did. And just a little something that happened on the airplane. We were about to land, and I was just so curious. So I was looking over the guy next to me. I don't know why, but I'm always in the middle seat. Maybe it's just inevitable. I don't know. Maybe I just really like the middle seat. I just don't really know. But I was in the middle seat as always, and the person next to me, which was a random guy, and to my right was my mom. And so I'm looking out the window, but the window to my left, because the one on my right, my mom closed it, because probably for my sake, so I don't start throwing up. So I was looking out, and so this guy gave me the funniest look I've ever seen in my whole life. So basically, it was like the look like oh my god, I just slapped somebody in the face. So we finally get to New Orleans. New Orleans, we were sitting in the airport for about 30 minutes. And so when we finally all got our bags, well, actually, I have a cousin, and he has a lot of shoes. When I mean a lot of shoes, I mean a lot of shoes. And they lost his suitcase, and he has Jordans, $300 shoes, and he had 5 pairs of them in a suitcase. And when he didn't get his suitcase immediately, he was freaking out. Literally, no joke. He almost broke his hand because he thought that he lost all his shoes, but in the end he actually got his shoes, and everything was pretty much okay. So when I exit the doors of the airport, let me just say that New Orleans smells horrible. I don't know about the people who actually live in New Orleans. Maybe people like the smell. To me, it just smelled horrible. It smelled like death. It just smelled like rotten cigarettes and death. It was just horrible. And so it was hard just being outside. One of the good things about New Orleans is that it's super hot. And when you're there, they're always, when I mean always have air conditioning. No matter where you are, you have air conditioning, period. And so it was actually pretty fun. They even have air conditioning outside with fans posted on the wall pretty much everywhere. And so we were in New Orleans for about 3 days. We got there on Saturday, and we left on the cruise ship on Monday. So we left there on Friday. And we are there for about 4 days until we get on the ship. And so we were just there chilling. And so then when we got on the ship, it was actually pretty cool. The ship was nice. Our rooms were small, but me and my brother shared a room while my mom and my dad had their own room. So we were fine. The first night was absolutely horrible. I actually stayed in my mom and dad's room because the ship was rocking. Even my mom and dad said that that was the first ever, the most rockiest, I don't even know if that's a word, rockiest ship that they ever been on, ever. I mean, in their whole lifetime. And they've been on 6 cruises. And so they said it was rocky, and I threw up. Maybe it was just dinner, or I don't even know. It was just horrible. I pretty much threw up everything I ate. So, oh, no. And so that was the first day. And so the second day, I was pumped up. I was ready to go to the pool. I was so happy. And pretty much the pool was okay, but the pool was salt water, which pretty much was the worst thing ever. I mean, when you have a saltwater pool and you don't have goggles, still horrible. I mean, it hurt. It hurt to just be in the water. So, and maybe it's just me, or after I got out, after about 10 minutes, or maybe even 20, my eyebrows were really sticky, and that's and I hate being sticky. I mean, hate being sticky. I think this is for other people too, but being sticky is just my worst nightmare. So, I'm on the pool. We're all ready to go on the water slide. And actually, on the cruise, they said that there was going to be a rope course. And I was actually looking forward to that. It looked like it was on top of the ship, but there were no rope course. And the slide was closed for actually the next 2 days. So that was pretty much a bummer. And yeah, we were just there, nothing to do with the water slide. But I still had fun. I mean, I was at the pool for literally more than 6 hours. I mean, me and that pool had some kind of special connection. I don't know, it was just, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. So I'm kind of sad that it was not open the last 2 days, but it was only open actually 2 days, and it was I keep forgetting. It was an okay water slide. I mean, we saw the other cruise ships, and those were just amazing. I mean, those are one of the things that you wish that you had, one of the things where you envy someone. I usually don't envy anyone. Usually I'm pretty fine with what I have, but today it was just not. So finally, the next day, the ship is actually open, but the ship didn't. Oh my God, what the heck? Is that something I should be worried about? Anyway, oh my God. So what the heck? I keep getting distracted by the game. Okay, so the third day is pretty regular. We go to dinner, and dinner was one of the funnest times that we had on this ship. It's mainly because we're all messing around. And let me just say, the last night for dinner, it was crazy. Literally, my cousin, she knocked over a glass that broke. Oops, wait, you're on my team, right? Sorry. And that broke a bowl, and this lady came up. She said, "Hey, party!" And I just couldn't hold any laughing anymore. I was just laughing out hysterically. It literally looked like I was about to die. So dinner was actually pretty fun. They had lots of stuff. It was very fancy. It was called the Paris Dining Room, and they have one of the things where I will never forget. I didn't even eat it, actually. It was just one of the things I will never forget. So we are at dinner. He said, I recommend the roasted duck. And everybody's just sitting there. And I said, duck? And in my head I was thinking, do people really think that duck is appropriate to eat? Maybe it's just where I live that no one eats animals. Like, not like, I mean, like, they eat, like, meat and cow, but, like, oh my god, they eat meat and cow, but, like, not, like, actually household animals. A duck's not a household animal. What am I thinking? I'm gonna let my team down. Anyway, so, So Paris dining, it was okay, and I pretty much for the whole trip had flatbread and something else I forgot. Flatbread and anyway, I pretty much only had flatbread and food. Yeah. So we had a pretty much fun time, and we came back to New Orleans, and I had to smell that air again. It was just and we went to a movie theater. We saw Transformers the last night. Just saying, spoiler alert, someone who might be wanting to see the movie might be offended by whatever I'm about to say because it's a spoiler, but just saying, that movie was terrible. They tried to mix in the Knights with the Round Tables, the original Transformers, 3 other different planets, different planet names, which I have no idea about. They used to call Earth uranium or something. And in my opinion, I think that's completely stupid. I mean, Earth is Earth, period. I mean, I don't think they need to call it anything else. I mean, in my opinion, that's what I think. So, oh my god, no, don't kill me. Run! Oh. And so, yeah, and we went to a movie theater. It had no plot. It was a completely terrible movie. There was no plot. There wasn't anything to look forward to. I was actually one of the main people who wanted to see the movie, and I told myself, look, nothing's going to happen, so I want to take myself a 5-minute nap, and I wake up and it's the end of the movie. And let me just say that movie theater was a freezer. It was horrible. It was cold. I looked like I just went through the Arctic. It was just horrible. And we went on the plane back home, and I actually got home yesterday, and it was actually a pretty good trip, and all around I kind of had fun, but the ship was kind of a letdown. But they did have one thing that was okay. It was a show about Mardi Gras. A show about Mardi Gras, and it was okay. We kind of just got into the part where this gigantic lady, this gigantic lady just came out and started shaking and stuff, and dancing, and with her gigantic husband. And so yeah, I was just pretty much singing and dancing. It wasn't really a musical. It was just that. So we get home, we eat pizza, then we go to bed, then my cousins leave, and so then that was pretty much the trip. Thank you all for watching. Oh yeah, check out my Musically Blue 0706, I believe. But thanks all for watching, if anyone even watches in the future. So yeah, have a nice day. Flying squid preparing for launch. This might take some time. And launch